What's up, people? Right, here's Mr. TCee from Statefed Traders. Welcome back to the one and only best trading channel for volatilities. So today I've got the smallest account which I ever traded, and this account have 0.05 cents. Okay, so I want to see if I can manage to raise it. My analysis is simple and straightforward. Okay, I marked the zone of support and resistance, and as you can see, I marked the support using that horizontal line, and I'm anticipating the market to bounce, and then after bouncing, and it goes up. Okay, so without wasting much time, I pressed buy. Okay, trading a said account like this will force you to have patience, even if you don't want. Okay, so you can actually see that the pips are moving, but the figures are not yet moving, and this shows that for you to make a reasonable profit, you have to hold this trade for a long time. And I can count how many seconds we've been holding this trade, and the pips are moving, but yet the figures are not moving. Okay, at this point I just made peace with the fact that everything is slow, the account is small, and the only thing that's gonna pay me is to have patience. And what I'm gonna do is to just switch my phone off, and then I'll come back and check later. And the account costs 5 cents, so it's not a big deal, even if the market goes against me, even if my stop loss is hit. Okay, so right now I'm just trying to experiment something. Okay, I'm just trying to experiment something. I just want to show you that it's possible to grow any amount at the same time. I'm perfecting my skills. Okay, so let's just have patience.
A few moments later.
So 6 hours later, there was a small movement. As soon as I bought, the market changed direction. It started buying, and right now it's promising. This trade got potential to keep on to keep on buying, right? So let me switch off again, and then come and check later. Right now the profit zone 0.23 cents, and the equity zone 0.28 cents. Okay, so I can't complain because there's progress. Remember, started at 5 cents, and then right now it's on 25 floating profit, which is good. Okay, which is good. So for a small account like this, 25 cents, it means a lot. Okay, it means a lot. Imagine if the account was on $5, the profit could be on $25. Okay, so it makes sense.
A few moments later.
So 7 hours later, the account managed to went all the way up to 44 cents from 5 cents. Okay, so which is good. I think I'm gonna close with this. Okay, I don't need to be greedy because the trade might end up retracing. So yeah, that's it. Closing with 0.50 cents. Okay, from 5 cents, which is good. Okay, so what I'm gonna do right now is to look for another setup, and then we see how much we're gonna make from 0.50 cents, because what is more important is progress. Okay, at the end of the day, what is more important is progress. And remember one thing, I'm not in a rush. I'm trying by all means to grow this account with proper risk management, because if I try to add more position on a small account, I might end up blowing it. Okay, so at this point I don't need to rush the process. I have to do everything step by step. Okay, because if I rush, which means I'm gonna miss some lessons. At the end of the day, what is more important is to gain experience, because a skill is a lifetime investment. So on my next setup, I picked volatility 75, and this is 1 minute time frame, and there's something like a flag, and this one is a continuation pattern. So overall this trend is going up. Okay, so the fact that it's going up, I just bought this thing just because there is a continuation pattern. Okay, so I'm looking forward for this to buy, and remember I'm using 1 minute time frame. This one is just a scalp, trade. Okay, and this lot size 0.001 is too big for a 0.50 cent account. Okay, so I'm just gonna scalp maybe $1 or even 90 cents, but the minimum I'm gonna take on this setup is 50 cents. Okay, so let me be patient a little bit, doubling the account, then I'll be ready to go. I'll close the trade. Okay, I'll close the trade. So let me be patient a little bit and let the markets do its thing. Okay, this is what differentiate profitable from unprofitable. Okay, patience and letting the trade run. So yeah, that's it. Let's wait and see how the market is going to react to the analysis. Right now I am in loss of 0.04 cents, and the equity dropped to 0.46. Okay, but then I just hope it won't break my lower trend line. I just hope it won't break my lower trend line. So yeah, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Watching the market to win each and every movement, while this time looking forward to close. If it goes against, I'll close with loss negative 25 cents, because I already started practicing proper risk management. It doesn't matter if the account is big or small. Risk management is a must whenever you are trading. Okay, so these are the figures that you practice risk management, because there's no way you can practice risk management on a 25,000 account while at least you are failing on a 50 cents account. Okay, there's no way. You have to practice everything on a small account. Even those who trade using demo, you cannot learn risk management on a demo. These are the figures that you must use to apply risk management. You can just deposit 10 cents and then you trade volatility 151 volatility 151 is using proper risk management, right? And if you are able to do proper risk management on a 10 cents or a 50 cents account, that means that as the account grows, you just apply the same thing that you did on the small account. Though on a big account, more emotions will be involved, unlike on a smaller account. So yeah, that's it. Right now, you can actually see that I am on 0.47 profit, and I said the target is $1, but then the minimum I can take if the market start misbehaving is 50 cents. So yeah, let me be patient a little bit. Let me be patient a little bit, then I will close. So my stop loss was slightly below the lower trend line, and you can actually see that it was on 0.29 cents. That was my stop loss. Okay, that was my stop loss, and right now my take profit is 50 cents. Okay, so this is a perfect risk to reward ratio, though it is something like 1:2, but it's better than doing 1:1. Okay, but then when you trade in big accounts, I prefer to use 1:3. So I closed with 54 cents, which is good. Okay, now the account is on $4. So let me look for another setup, and then I'll move from $1 to double the account, maybe $2, or if it's possible $3, and then I cannot limit myself. If it's possible that I find a setup which can give me profit, I will take maybe 5 or 10. Okay, so right here is volatility 151s. There's a consolidation on the support zone, and this is a sign that this thing must buy. Okay, so without wasting much time, I'm already in with 3%, and I think I'm gonna take 10%. This one is less volatile. Okay, so on a 10%, that means that I will be using 0.10 lot size. Okay, but then it's wise to put so many percent margin distribution. Okay. So I ended up closing volatility 151s with $1.43. Okay, so yeah, that's it. There's progress. Well, so this is day number 3 of trying to build a 0.05 trading account, right? And right here on my screen is volatility 101s, and I'm trying to buy this thing, but then I don't have to just press buy randomly without knowing where the market is likely to turn. Okay, so for me to see all this, I put my lower trend line and then my upper trend line, and then it appears something like a flag, and you know that a flag is a continuation pattern. But then I'm not gonna sell on this setup. I will buy. The reason why I will tell you. Okay, so you have to keep on watching this video. Okay, so without wasting much time, I pressed my buy on volatility 101s, and then the low size I'm using is 0.2. So about 2 hours later, the trade managed to go a few pips in my direction, and there's hope that it might keep on buying, though right now it is retracing. Okay, so to someone who haven't mastered the psychology side, at this point the market will be showing you flames, because imagine you once saw your running position in a profit of $5, and then a few minutes later you check it's retracing to $3. Okay, if you are not that strong emotionally, you end up closing the trade. Okay, but for someone who have mastered this like me, I will keep on holding even if it retraces to $1. Okay, so this trade is promising to give me at least maybe $11 or $12 minimum profit I can take, so I won't close anytime soon. Okay, so what I'm gonna do right now is do a quick analysis maybe on my laptop to see if there are high chances that it might change direction. Okay, but then if I say that it's not going to change direction, I will just close my MT5 and then check maybe next day.
A few moments later.
So I spent about whole day patiently waiting for this pair to break above the previous peaks, and finally it managed to. I no longer have patience to keep on holding. Okay, I guess I will close. Okay, so this is the setup. Okay, on 4-hour time frame, this is the setup. This is the reason why I took this volatility 120 is. Okay, and this is the signal which I gave, and right now I no longer have patience. I guess I have to close this trade since it already hit my my TP. Okay, I no longer have patience. I can't hold $9 for more than 2 days. So before I close my running trade, I want you to see my risk to reward ratio. So my stop loss is about $75. Okay, and I want you to see what I targeted is $9.55. Okay, so this is a perfect risk to reward ratio. Okay, if you can manage to at least make 1:3, 1:4, 1:5, it makes sense. And I guess right now is the right time to close this trade. I might end up closing with less profit than what I'm supposed to close with. Done and dusted, $8 profit closed, and we can check where I took the trade and where I moved out. Okay, you can try this and trust me, you will thank me later.
A few moments later.
So the next day I managed to find another setup on volatility 251s, and as usual, first thing is to mark the major support zone. Remember, I'm looking for a buying opportunity. So after support zone, I applied the concept of POR, drawing my trend line, and it seems like it's the perfect time to buy a volatility 251s, though I'm a little bit late. Okay,
few moments later.
No retracement, no drawdown. As soon as I pressed buy, and then boom, it went all the way up. And then there's nothing much fancy about my analysis. There's support zone, there's a reversal pattern, there's BOR. The way you allocate your trend line determines the type of your entry. So this is day number 4, and the account is now on $50 from 0.05 cents. Okay, you can see nothing happens overnight. For the past 4 days, I managed to raise it from 5 cents to $50. So today I'm done. I will look for another setup tomorrow. Okay, so yeah.
The following day.
So the following day, as I was doing the analysis, shuffling the pair, I came across jump 50, and then on jump 50, it appears something like a double bottom, but then the first leg slightly above the second leg. So every time I see this type of pattern, I don't waste time. Okay, I take advantage of the reversal pattern. So without wasting much time, I end that position. As you can see, 5 position. The way it is moving is promising to buy ads, and you can actually see that high volatile pair. Okay, so any silly mistake, any small retracement, the account is actually going to blow. So I have to be on the screen so that if it happens that it's going against it, I will close the trade. Okay, so let's wait and see.
A few moments later.
So about 6 hours later, there was an impulse move on the upper side, and on this setup, to be honest, I didn't apply any risk management. I was actually risking the whole account, and I risked about $49 to make something like $275, and that's the current profits as we are speaking right now. That's the current floating profit. Okay, so I guess the way this thing is moving, it might spike against me because it's now retracing. So I guess it's the right time for me to close this trade. There was no any drawdown on the entry. As soon as I pressed buy, boom, there was spikes going all the way up. Okay, so let me close, and I closed with 325. That's a massive growth. Okay, that's a massive growth. So this is 0.05 cents to 325 cents in 6 days. Okay, this can be done by only a few people, and I'm proud to be one of those people. Okay, so yeah, I'm done with jump 50.
The next day.
Well, it seems like I'm now falling in love with the jump pace. So this is jump 25, and as you can see by yourself, I have nothing to explain right here. Jump 25 is simple and straightforward. So without wasting much time, I applied the concept of BOR. First thing, I drew my inner trend line connecting bearish open rejection type of candlestick, and then at the same time, there was a reversal pattern, which is a double top, and you know every time you see a double top is a sign or is a signal that the market have reached a certain point where it is failing to break above, and with that type of candlestick, it's a signal that it's about to change direction, it's about to fall. Okay, so this is what I'm looking forward to see on this pair. This hope is not gonna disappoint, but this is my symbol analysis. This is my symbol movement, which I want to see, and those are the levels which I'm going to use for take profit.
Moments later.
ended up closing with about $164 on this trade, though the trade was promising to give me something like 400 or 300 on each position, but then emotions caught me in the middle of trading.
The next day.
So on the next day, as I was doing the analysis, I saw another opportunity on Boom 500. So I want you to see one thing on all the setup which I take. Even if you look on my previous video, I mainly trade the reversal pattern. Okay, I mainly trade the reversal pattern. So this is my analysis on Boom 500. Okay, this is my analysis on Boom 500. There's a zone, a support zone. Okay, so as soon as the support zone ends, I'm looking forward for this thing to buy all the way up. Okay, I'm looking forward for Boom 500 to buy all the way up. So these are the levels. If it managed to break that level which I marked on the resistance, is going to go all the way up, and those are the peaks which I marked on the support zone. So without wasting much time, I ended 0.5 on Boom 500, and I guess I'll put 3 or 4 positions. The account is a little bit big. Okay, and I have about 5 positions, so I need to be patient a little bit. You know, Boom 500 can make you make quick money. A few spikes, I will be in good profit. So let me be a little bit patient. So the stop loss is about I'm risking something like maybe $15 on each position.
A few moments later.
So about 16 hours later, the trade is now in profit of $175 profit. Okay, so I don't want to hold this trade overnight, because the last time I traded this booming crash pays without a swap free account, they charged me something like $30 on swap. Okay, so I don't want to end up making the same mistake, so I have to close this trade before they charge swap. Okay, I have to close this trade before they charge swap. So let me wait a few minutes. It might spike. Okay, it might spike. Let me wait a few minutes, but then my second thought is telling me to close. Okay, it's telling me to close. So yeah, the account is now on 663.06 cents. Okay, and this is day number 10 of trying to reach 1,000 from 5 cents. Okay, the plan was to upload this video after reaching 1,000, but then it's been a while since I posted on my channel, so I guess on the next video it's gonna be a continuation of this one. Okay,